watching Cox Connections only on Cox 11. Every child has the right to good health, and that includes the time they spend in cars. Since 1993, the Consortium for Infant and Child Health has focused on ways to improve children's health in Hampton roads. Their current project, 757 Smoke-Free Ride, is helping to increase awareness and provide education about the danger to children that occurs when the youngsters are in a car with someone who smokes. Here today to talk with us about the campaign are Amy Paulson and Matt Herman. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having us.
So Amy, tell us about the 757 Smoke-Free Ride campaign.
Sure. 757 Smoke-Free Ride campaign is a campaign that CINCH developed with our community partners, with EVMS and others, to help parents to better understand the dangers of smoking in cars with kids and having kids ride in cars that have been smoked in. And so we're really trying to get parents to join with us to get some education on why they shouldn't allow their children to ride in cars that are being smoked in or that have ever been smoked in, and to sign a pledge that they're not going to let their children or the community's children ride in cars that people are smoking in.
So Matt, tell us a little more about what the issue is of having children in a car with someone who has smoked.
Right, now we all know smoking is bad for us. The CDC recently released a report in February of this year stating that there's adults all across America and children are being exposed to secondhand smoke. Up to 58 million adults and around 15 million children each and every year. That's about 2 in 5 children, which is a huge number. I have a 2-year-old daughter myself, so it's really important to me to get behind this campaign.
And, you know, people, if you're a smoker, I'm sure you think, well, if I roll my windows down while I'm in the car with my child, that's okay. But really, it's about more than that, right?
It is. We really want people to take this pledge and to say, hey, my car is going to be smoke-free. Even rolling your window down, it's a common misconception. It's actually just the opposite. If let's say Amy's smoking in the front passenger seat, she rolls her window down, we have our kids in the back. It actually almost doubles the amount of particulate matter that's going back there, that secondhand smoke. So those children are getting worse air. Instead of that smoke going outside, it's going straight to the back of the car.
Wow. The whole idea of secondhand smoke, really in a closed, confined environment like a car, that's even more serious. Amy, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. In a confined space like that, of course, you have higher levels of particulate matter. And what we know about smoking and tobacco smoke is that it's extremely dangerous for children. Not only can it cause more obvious things that most of us would recognize, like either cause asthma or cause problems with asthma, obviously, but it can also cause changes in the child's lung growth. And it can cause things that we don't think about, like ear infections and other respiratory infections, as well as it's a risk factor for sudden infant death syndrome. And so many people don't realize that, and they think, well, you know, as long as I don't smoke while my child is in the car. But it's really any time, because the particulate matter from cigarette smoke can also settle on the surfaces in your car. It's called thirdhand smoke, and it's also very dangerous.
Thirdhand smoke. I've never heard that terminology. So that refers to the particulate matter that lingers after you've smoked?
Right. So, Amy, the chronic smoker over here, if the cigarette smoke that is either coming away from the cigarette or even e-cigarettes, which I can talk a little bit about, the combustible cigarettes, all that smoke that's landing on the surfaces of the car, actually when the kids come in, or even adults, they're going to come in, touch that, absorb it through their skin, or inhale those chemicals. There's so many terrible, terrible chemicals that are in a single puff of smoke, up to 7,000, 70 that are cancer causing. So it's really important that we need to try to eliminate that completely.
Not good for developing lungs, certainly.
Right, and I do want to mention it also affects pets as well. A lot of people who have pets who smoke in their homes or in their cars, it can cause problems in their pets. So
you mentioned vapor cigarettes. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Right, e-cigarettes are an emerging thing. We've been doing a lot of work behind e-cigarettes. It's another common misconception that this vapor is considered just a water-based solvent that just gets dissolved into the air. But unfortunately, a lot of research is coming out. Although new research, they're saying around 65 cancer-causing chemicals are in that e-cigarette vapor.
Wow.
So we're trying to get behind, this campaign is about, you know, smoke-free rides, but we want people to not smoke in their cars with combustible tobacco cigarettes and also the e-cigarettes.
You think about e-cigarettes probably being a little bit safer, but obviously
yeah, you would really,
not the truth.
No ma'am, you would really think that. And a lot of people are smoking with e-cigarettes because they think it is a safer alternative. But as research is showing, it's not really a safer alternative at all.
So how can people get involved with this campaign? I'm ready to sign up. How do I do that?
Well, we brought some pledges along, so we hope you'll take the campaign pledge. You can visit cinchcoalition.org, and you can sign up for the pledge there. You can also print up the pledge certificates. They're available for adults and children. To take the pledge, you can take your picture with the signed pledge certificate and then post it to your social media outlets with the hashtag 757SmokeFreeRide. Amy and myself have done it along with all of our staff over at EVMS, and we're hoping we'll get more and more people to join this, this cause.
Well, it sounds like a really important cause. We certainly want, I'm sure, to keep our children safe and healthy. So thank you both so much for being here with us to talk with us about this today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Best of luck with the campaign.
Yes, ma'am, we're going to hold you to getting that pledge done.
Absolutely. No smokers in my house
Right.
or car. When we return, the United for Children initiative is helping close academic achievement gaps for children in Hampton Roads who live in poverty. Find out about this United Way community partnership when we come back with more Cox Connections.